it's me, Arielle, and this week I'm going to be talking about how everyone's recovery is different. And this is something I've said a number of times over the years in different videos. We can't compare our recovery to someone else's recovery, just like we can't compare our eating disorder to someone else's eating disorder. We're all individuals. Everyone is different. Everyone's eating disorder is different, has different factors and facets and components, and everyone's recovery will look different. And while recovery for one person can have similar parts to another person's recovery, two recovery stories, two recovery journeys, two recovery paths will never be the same. We know how detrimental it can be to compare one person's sickness to another person's sickness, because then the focus becomes on the sickness. And this is something I've talked about a lot in other videos as well. But what happens is we get hung up on comparing ourselves to someone else. We either want to be less sick than someone else or more sick than someone else, or we compare our body, or we compare our habits, we compare our intake, we compare our families, we compare our progress in therapy. And whether you're comparing for the wrong reasons, to make yourself sicker, to remain within your eating disorder, to become worse and worse, or you're doing it for the right reasons to progress in recovery and do better, and you can't understand why you're not exactly at the same point as someone else. Both things, whether you're looking at a focus on sickness or a focus on recovery, can really hurt the whole recovery process as a whole. The great thing about being human, about being people, is that we're all so different, and we all have a story that no one can take from us. And we all have a different past, a different future, and a different present. And we can't all be in the same place at the same time, and we really shouldn't want to be. And what happens is people strive to be in the same place as someone else. It's because you might admire someone, or you might really respect someone, and so you really want to be what they are, or do what they're doing, or have what they have. And it comes from a very human place, and it's completely normal and completely natural. But depending upon how much you give in to that desire to have your recovery be like someone else's, it can harm you. Individuality is what distinguishes one person from another person. The personal nature of that individual that is unlike any other individual on this earth, distinctive from all other people. And that's a beautiful thing. Individuality can actually help you in your recovery. The more you can learn to celebrate yourself, celebrate who you are, celebrate the qualities you have that make you different from everyone else out here, the stronger your recovery will be. It's great to have recovery role models, and I think having mentors, having people to look up to, having strong, healthy support systems and influences is fantastic. It's something that can really help you. Just don't get caught up in comparing your recovery to any one of those people, because you're you. And if you try to have the same recovery as someone else, you're almost defeating the purpose of recovery. It's sort of like you're trying to perfect the process by copying someone else's journey or story, or by belittling yourself and berating yourself when you don't measure up to what you think your recovery should be. Recovery has no deadlines. It has no timetables. It's an individual process for individual people.